do a lot of cold reading at NYC Playwrights, and so I asked Bruce Barton, who has been with the group since the very beginning, if he had any thoughts to share on the art and craft of doing a cold reading.
Cold reading is sort of like doing Shakespeare or like singing and dancing. There are people who have an inherent ability to do it and other people who aren't as good at it. That has absolutely nothing to do with whether or not they can act. I know actors who are wonderful cold readers, and you cast them and they never give you anything more than what they got in the cold reading. They can't take it any further. I also know some very good actors I've worked with who aren't good cold readers, but they'll give you an amazing performance. So it's a sort of a separate skill set, but it's a good one to have because that's how most casting is done.
Oh, the pain returns unto my side. Cursed be pain and all that it portends. Such revenge the Almighty has on me, for now the torturer tortured shall be. Where was my mind? Doth it match my speech?
Yes, sir. You are well comprehensible. You spoke of the peak of your profession, your saving of the Queen.
Oh, yes, I must get straight into the point before speech thins into a cloudy stream.
The way I handle cold reading materials, basically I try to cheat. I basically try to sit there and spend as much time as I can looking ahead while other people possibly are reading stuff that I'm not in, so I can have some idea of what's coming up so that I'm not suddenly turning the pages and having surprises.
And see if it's time to sup. I live for her meaty treats and oh, those plum puddings.
Aye, her puddings are plump, all right.
They both laugh lecherously.
If your character, say, has a secret that doesn't maybe come out in the reading, but it's an important part of the character.
Yeah, I'd like to know that. That's something hopefully the playwright will have told me. It's always useful to have input from the playwright in terms of, well, okay, what's happening with this character? Give me some clues. Don't just hand me the script and unless everything in the writing is really self-evident, and there's stuff I need to know that's going to inform my choices, then you better tell me what that is.
Sir, shall I fetch your wife?
Yes, shortly, but one moment, if you please. Take note, Ingram, for each have our day, and recognized as such, we must relent to sharper forces, more alert than ours. And this I know as sure as I lie here, you too will have your day. And only when it's done will you look back and see the truth in what I tell you now. So recognize it then, and be content.
So what happens if you've made the wrong choice because, say...
Then you better immediately make a 180-degree turn and commit to the other choice, immediately. It's what you have to do. If you've suddenly discovered that this character that you've been playing is a, sweet, sensitive guy, and something has clearly indicated that he's not, well, you need to immediately commit to the other choice. That's fine. I mean, it's a cold reading, but you can't continue to make the obvious wrong choices.
Besides, it's good to have two employers.
I've had no truck with him.
No, but I have. And our good friend Ingram Fraser has favor with Thomas.
Yes. And did I not overhear them of late talking of Fraser going into his employ?
Why, that's excellent news. Fortune is on our side.
As a playwright, take some responsibility and say, clearly something in the way I wrote that led them, even in an ice-cold glacial reading, to make a completely wrong choice. Maybe I should look at that line and try to make it a little bit more actor-proof, make it clearer. Because if something in them made that choice, look at the possibility that it could be in the writing and isn't just the function of it being a cold reading, that it isn't just that it's not been rehearsed, but that maybe something in there leads an actor to make a bad choice. Look at the possibility that's something that might need a little tweaking.